Long ago, in a time when Israel was ruled by the Philistines, there lived a man named Manoah and his wife. They had no children, and this brought them great sorrow. One day, an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife with an extraordinary message. She would give birth to a son, and this child would be set apart for God from birth. He was to be a Nazirite, which meant his hair must never be cut and his life must follow special rules. The angel said this child would begin the deliverance of Israel from the Philistines. That child was named Samson. As Samson grew, it became clear that God had blessed him with incredible physical strength. Not normal strength, supernatural strength. When God's Spirit came upon him, Samson could do things no ordinary man could ever do. As a young man, Samson fell in love with a Philistine woman. This was dangerous because the Philistines were Israel's enemies. His parents warned him, but Samson ignored them. On his way to see her, Samson was attacked by a lion. Instead of running, he tore the lion apart with his bare hands. This was his first public display of power. Later, Samson used this moment to create a riddle at his wedding feast. When the Philistines could not solve it, they pressured his wife to betray him. She eventually gave them the answer, and Samson was humiliated and furious. This betrayal sparked a cycle of revenge and violence. Samson burned Philistine fields using foxes tied with torches. In response, the Philistines attacked his people. Samson struck back again, killing many of them. At one point, he was surrounded by Philistine soldiers. With no weapon in hand, Samson picked up the jawbone of a donkey and defeated 1,000 men with it. Time and again, God gave Samson strength, but Samson continued to rely on his strength instead of wisdom. Later, Samson fell in love again, this time with a woman named Delilah. The Philistine rulers came to her with a dangerous offer. They promised her a great reward if she could discover the secret behind Samson's strength. Delilah questioned Samson repeatedly. At first, he lied, giving her false answers. Each time she tested him, and each time he escaped. But Delilah did not give up. Day after day, she pressured him, questioning his love and wearing him down emotionally. Finally, Samson gave in. He told her the truth. His strength came from God, and his uncut hair was the sign of his vow. While Samson slept, Delilah called for a man to shave his head. When Samson woke up, he expected his strength to return as before, but it did not. The Spirit of the Lord had left him. The Philistines captured Samson. As Samson sat in prison, something important happened. His hair began to grow again, and more importantly, Samson began to reflect. For the first time, he turned his heart fully back to God. One day, the Philistines gathered in a great temple to celebrate their victory. They brought Samson out to entertain them, mocking him as a defeated hero. Blind and led by a servant, Samson asked to be placed between the two main pillars holding the temple up. Then Samson prayed. He asked God for strength one last time, not for pride, not for revenge alone, but to fulfill the purpose he was born for. God answered. Samson pushed against the pillars with all his might. The building collapsed, killing Samson and the Philistine leaders inside. In his final act, Samson defeated more enemies than he ever had in his lifetime.